Accepting oneself does not preclude an attempt to become better. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. A rose does not answer its enemies with words, but with beauty. When you trip over love, it is easy to get up, but when you fall in love, it is impossible to stand again. Living never wore one so much as the effort not to live. Our lives can't be measured by our final years. Of this I am sure. Other people's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. A thing is not necessarily true because a man dies for it. No one from the outside can tell or show you what is in your heart. What is essential in war is victory, not prolonged operations. There is no doubt fiction makes a better job of the truth. Forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza. If we will be quiet and ready enough, we shall find compensation in every disappointment. Let the speaker speak truly, and the judge decide justly. Your preciousness lies in your essence. It cannot be lost by anything that happens. If you follow the enemy's shifts and changes, you can always find a way to win. I should have based my judgment upon deeds and not words. When pure sincerity forms within, it is outwardly realized in other people's hearts. It takes writing 1 billion bad words before you get to the good ones. When we fail, our pride supports us, and when we succeed, it betrays us. Truth is what your contemporaries let you get away with. A traitor's just a patriot on the wrong side of winning. When we're connected to others, we become better people. I saw a star. I reached for it. I missed, so I accepted the sky. Don't be afraid of failure. This is the way to succeed. From a certain point onward, there's no longer any turning back. Many things that don't really mean so much of anything are wonderful. Truth is as straight as an arrow, while a lie swivels like a snake. Bringing joy to another lights 1,000 suns within. Don't ever take a fence down until you know why it was put up. Convince your enemy that he will gain very little by attacking you. This would diminish his enthusiasm. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. If a craftsman wants to do good work, he must first sharpen his tools. The world is already full of critics. To stand out, be an encourager. It was always the becoming he dreamed of, never the being. Truth is what stands the test of experience. Too many people are too busy making a living to make a life. Respect yourself, and others will respect you. Life is like an onion. You peel it off one layer at a time, and sometimes you weep. Gratitude is best refined through the fires of adversity. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. There are routes not to be followed, armies not to be attacked, citadels not to be besieged, territory not to be fought over. Nothing truly valuable arises from ambition or from a mere sense of duty. It stems rather from love and devotion towards men and towards objective things. Supreme excellence consists of breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. Keep the fight in your veins, honey. Never let it fade. A lion chased me up a tree, and I greatly enjoyed the view from the top. It isn't where you came from, it's where you're going that counts. Imagining something is better than remembering something. The easiest way to be reborn is to live and feel life every day. And there are really never endings, happy or otherwise. Instinct is a makeshift, an admission of helplessness before the problem of reality. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading. Energy may be likened to the bending of a crossbow, decision to the releasing of a trigger. If truth is not acceptable, it becomes the imagination of others. We are all worms, but I do believe that I am a glowworm. There's no point having wishes if you don't at least try to do them. It is only possible to live happily ever after on a daily basis. Focus on making yourself better, not on thinking that you are better. The tragedy of life is what dies inside a man while he lives. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Sometimes the grass is greener, sometimes it is sick. I was never aware of any other option but to question everything. If those who are sent to draw water begin by drinking themselves, the army is suffering from thirst. Earth's crammed with heaven, but only he who sees takes off his shoes. For we can only know that we know nothing, and a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. One defends when his strength is inadequate. He attacks when it is abundant. A star is not honored for its size, but for its light. What is important is not what you hear said, it's what you observe. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. A conscious human is driven by their conscience, not popular opinion. It is man's natural sickness to believe that he possesses the truth. It is better to be divided by truth than united in error. Strange how the best moments of our lives we scarcely notice except in looking back. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Dream as if you'll live forever. Live as if you'll die today. Truth is neither objectivity nor the balanced view. Truth is a selfless subjectivity. Management of many is the same as management of few. It is a matter of organization. If I had it all to do again, there would be more bodies. Your life is a reflection of your thoughts. Think well. Some people could look at a mud puddle and see an ocean with ships. At some point, we all look up and realize we are lost in a maze. History, Stephen said, is a nightmare from which I am trying to awake. Hearing voices no one else can hear isn't a good sign, even in the wizarding world. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. It shattered something inside me that hadn't been broken before. I only want to write, and there's no college for that, except life. There is no truth, Stephanie said mistressly, only perspectives. Bloom as if you want to make the whole world beautiful. Faith is a knowledge within the heart, beyond the reach of proof. If ignorant both of your enemy and yourself, you are certain to be in peril. Don't fear big. Fear mediocrity. Fear waste. Fear the lack of living to your fullest. In every walk with nature, one receives far more than he seeks. There are two ways of spreading light: to be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. Keep creating. The world yearns to celebrate your next masterpiece. When they say the sky's the limit to me, that's really true. It does not matter how slowly you go, so long as you do not stop. Life is fragile. We're not guaranteed a tomorrow, so give it everything you've got. And regulation entails organizational effectiveness, a chain of command, and a structure for logistical support.